Malice Tarot, and this reading is for Aquarius. I'm starting out by letting everybody know that I might not continue the readings on YouTube. I might just post on Facebook and on Instagram, as I'm not getting much traffic on YouTube and there's not a lot of people watching or interacting with the videos. So I might just I might just call it a day with that and focus my energy somewhere else, because some videos are being watched, but then you've got others that are not sold as watched. So to be honest, it's like, do I just cut out those videos if they become repetitive? I know it's what avenue do I go. So at the minute I'm just thinking it over and mulling it over, and I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. But at the moment I'm just doing these videos, and I'm going to make the decision towards the end of the month. So this one's for Aquarius. And I'm using the Spirit Song to get an oracle message. We've got the Queen of Feathers again, which Libra has just had. And this is about truth and perception. So again, like Libra have just had it, so if you've got Libra in your chart, go and watch that one. But there may be something that you're finding out, or you may be called to pay more attention to something that's going on around you at the moment, because you might be getting faced with a bit of bullshit. But the Queen of Feathers is equivalent to the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords doesn't take any bullshit. She finds it out very quickly, and she will cut people off, or cut things off that are not serving her, that are not for a greater good. If she finds out people are messing or bringing bullshit to her energy, she will cut them off, male or female. So what are we getting with perception? So with perception, we're getting the Eight of Pentacles. So this could be a work situation. This could be something to do with work. You may be realising or figuring out something to do with work, that it could actually be a positive read, this though. It could be that you are realising now that hard work and effort and energy that you're putting into something is starting to pay off, that you're starting to see results, and you're starting to get consistent results. So it could be speaking of that, but it could also be speaking to that some of you may be figuring out that actually you're being left to do all the work. You're there on your own doing all the work, and you're carrying possibly a work of multiple people on your own shoulders, because other people are not chipping in their 2 pennies worth. And it might be that you're deciding that you're seeing the truth of this and you don't want to deal with it anymore. So it could be that way as well. There might be more benefit and more balance to going and doing something on your own and for yourself, instead of doing it for another company. Say if it's something that you could do yourself, if you could start up a company of your own or something like that, it might be benefiting you to go and do that instead of working for somebody else, because you might be getting left to the work anyway and taking a cut of the pay. That kind of situation. So what are we getting for truth? We're getting the Hanged Man in reverse. So you've seen all that you need to see. So this is with the Hanged Man in reverse here. This to me is speaking to that you've seen, you've observed, you've looked, you've seen, and you've seen everything that you need to see, and you're coming out of this stagnant, stuck energy. You're no longer keeping yourself stuck in an energy, and you're going to be moving beyond it. You're coming out of that energy now. With the truth here, it's like literally seeing the truth of a situation, or realising that you would be better off alone, realising that you'd be better off doing something by yourself, because you've seen that you're the only person that's actually doing any work, and it'd be time for you to move on. It's almost like you've been stuck in a situation, and you may have been stuck in it because of the pandemic and all that, because jobs have been scarce and whatever else. So it might be that for a time you've been stuck in the situation that you can now, because everything's starting to open up and things starting to change, move out of. You've seen everything you need to see, you've learned everything that you need to learn, and now it's time to move out of that situation. So these are connection cards. So this is going to speak to connections around you. Just going to talk about connections around you. And it doesn't have to be relationships. It can be family, it can be friends, it can be work colleagues, it can be any kind of connection around you. So you've got Strength in reverse. You've got Divine Timing and Divine Masculine. So you might be waiting on something coming into you relationship-wise or connection-wise. You might be waiting for something to come in for you, and you might not have been seeing any movement on it. You might be kind of getting the harsh reality of day that there's been no movement on it, but you're feeling like out of your own depth with it. And this might be a very unusual position for you to be in. So maybe you like really care about the person, or you just really like a person. And it might be just a really, with them being, they might be pulling away from you, or they may have pulled away from you, and this is just like an unusual, it might be unusual for you to be feeling so out of your depth and so out of your comfort zone with a situation, with the Strength in reverse there. With Divine Timing and Divine Masculine here, I mean, Divine Masculine, it could be speaking to male or female. We all have the masculine and feminine traits, so it could be speaking to either or. But it's almost like if you were wondering if this person's for you, if this is the one for you, then I feel like this is indicating to you that this is your person. However, you don't have to sit around waiting. We don't have to sit around and wait for our person to discover that we're their person and come into us or connect with us or anything like that. We don't have to sit around festering about waiting for that to happen. We can get on with our lives, because if they're going to come into you in this lifetime, then they will come into you. They'll come in at the time that they're meant to, and even if you've been with them and they're split up, if they're to come back into your life in this lifetime, if they're to come back around to you in this lifetime, then they will do so in divine timing and not before. So there's no point in you wasting your time, effort and energy just sitting around waiting for something to happen, when you could just get on with your life and just, and if you're with someone, when they do pop back up on the scene, then that's hard shit. Then they're going to have to wait for you, and that's just how life goes. A lot of the times, like ships that are passing the night, we miss each other a lot of the times, but if it's meant to be, and it's meant to be in this lifetime, it will be in this lifetime. So don't sit around waiting for something to happen that may not even happen in this lifetime, but just know that at some point your souls will be connected again. So I'm going to leave that one there. All right, thank you.